Welcome to Monroe Central Seminole Football. We're at Fleming Field. This is Dale Eddy along with Coach Jeff Stevens. Coach, we got another beautiful evening for football as the Seminoles take on Shadyside Tigers. And it should be a good evening.
Right, nice night once again. That's 2 weeks in a row, and we hope that continues. Earlier today, I thought maybe we'd have a few sprinkles, but it's cleared off and looks real nice. Field looks in great shape, and it should be a nice night.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great ball game. The officials at the center of the field with the toss. Looks like the Seminoles will be receiving again this week, and we'll have action just shortly. Coach, can you fill us in a little on Tigers football? I know coming in they're 1-0. They beat Toronto last week, and they do have some powerful ends, I guess, split ends, guys who can catch the ball.
That's right. I think you can look for Shadyside to put the ball up probably 8 out of every 10 plays. Last week against Toronto, they threw the ball 28 times, and most of those were the first half. In the second half, they did run the ball a little bit more with the lead, but you can look for them to pass the ball, at least 80% of the time, and that's a real challenge to the secondary. They'll have 4 wide receivers, and all very capable.
Well, we've got a beautiful evening for football at Tiger Town. It's always a big night when Woodsfield, formerly Woodsfield, Monroe Central comes to town. First slip of the year, Coach. Matt Sackers will be kicking off for the Tigers. Back deep for Woodsfield will be Dustin Robinson. And who are the other numbers, Coach?
Looks like 33, Eric Kramer, and 34, Will Weddle are the other 2 deep men.
Dustin Robinson with the ball. He's got some room on the far side. He's up to the 35, and he's taken down there at what seemed like the 35-yard line. Number 39 on the stop. I feel a raindrop already. Looks like they're up on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like number 39, Patrick Baker, on the tackle. A nice return to start with there. Dustin took the ball in about the 12-yard line, up to about the 36, so real good field position to start off.
First and 10 for Monroe Central on the 36-yard line, and a few raindrops hitting us.
I thought we said it was a nice night for football.
Well, it's still a nice night. Luke Shoemaker up the middle, and he's got some running room as he goes toward the right side, cuts it back to the left, and number 1 on the initial stop, I believe, was Matt Sackers.
Number 1, Lou Matt Sackers,
and a lot of help from other fellows on the Tigers football team.
A good start right there to the first play of the game. A nice gain by Luke Shoemaker. Very important tonight that the Seminoles control the ball with their running game, keep the ball out of Shadyside's hands with that passing attack. You'd like to take as much time off the clock as you can when you possess the ball.
Second down and 3, wishbone formation, wide out to the far side. Quick hitter, Luke Shoemaker. He's got some room, and he's up for a first down plus.
Shoemaker on the carry.
Stopped there by number 23.
23, Justin Holmes.
Justin Holmes announced the, maybe you can hear the PA announcer. We're kind of up here in the crow's nest. But we have a first down. Ball laying in our territory on the 46-yard line. Again, from the wishbone formation, Crest will take the hike. It's 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Again, Shoemaker with the ball, and he won't get too many yards this time.
Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
Picking up possibly 3 or 4 yards straight up that middle.
36.
The thinking has been from scouting a scrimmage of Shadyside and then the scouting report from their first game last week is that they were a little bit susceptible to the run, which would be Monroe Central's strength. So I think you're going to run it right up at them until they stop you, and hopefully you'll get some yardage and be able to get it to the end zone before they stop you.
Slot I formation. Weddle the slot to the right-hand side. Crest hands the ball to Robinson, and Robinson straight up that middle again as he stopped there by several.
20, Dustin Robinson on the carry.
Like he picked up 3 or 4 yards.
they're going to mark him down around the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up a third and about 6 from the 41-yard line, and very possibly you're in position where you'll have 2 opportunities here to pick up the 6 yards.
Third down, 6.
Dustin Hughes will be wide to this side as they flip it to the opposite side. Slot eye again. Kress. And just over out of the outstretched fingertips of number 23. That was
That's intended for number 34, Will Whittle.
Joe tried to hit Weddle there. Will was open
23, Justin
for an instant, but Joe was trying to scramble outside, some pressure there, and wasn't able to make the connection. Really maybe fortunate that the ball was not intercepted. Coach has made a decision here. He's going to go ahead and punt the ball away and try to pin Shadyside into a hole right off the bat. Scott Wilson in punt formation. There's real nice coverage on the play. Holmes fielded the ball back inside his own 10-yard line. Pretty good coverage. He's brought down about the 18, 19-yard line.
Will Weddle on the stop, and they will have the ball for their first possession on the 18-yard line, and we'll see what this offense for the Shadyside Tigers can do. And we have some raindrops here.
One big dark cloud just kind of moved in on us here out of the north. Hopefully that'll slide on by here. But maybe a little wet field and a wet ball might be Monroe Central advantage here to cut down the passing attack, which here's the first one of the game right here.
Dropped underneath to number 23 on the stop.
Brad Lewis is
Number 23 is Justin Holmes.
Holmes, yes.
And with their passing attack, right there is an example of what you'll see. A very short passing game, 6, 8, 10 yards downfield. Let the receiver make the catch and turn it up and gain some extra yardage. A tough task here for the defense tonight.
They are a passing team. They have the single setback, the running back, the tailback was a Baker, I believe. They're going to toss it to Baker this side, come into this side. He has a block, and he'll be driven out of bounds right down here in front of us.
Number 36, Frank Baker, the ball carrier.
After a fairly good game.
But he picked up a nice block from number 64. That's senior lineman Mike Jarrett. And a little bit of a block right there. Gave Baker the opportunity to turn it up, and he was able to get across the 30-yard line. And he's a very good back. And the time they hit a couple of passes, they're going to run Baker in there, and he's a good back, and it's a nice balance.
You can see the wide outs to both sides. Single setback. Quarterback will drop, looking. Got a man in the middle and just underthrown.
Pass intended.
Low, I believe.
Number 7, Jay Wells.
I'm sorry, Jay Wells, they say. And just a little bit underthrown. So that'll be 2nd and 1 with 7 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Kind of a tough call for the defense against a team like Shadyside. Do you rush that extra man to put pressure on the quarterback, or do you drop the extra people back in coverage? So some decisions to be made by Coach Singleton and the defense.
Here you can see they're sending trips to the far side with 3 receivers over there. As a quick pass out into the flat. And they've got Holmes, I believe.
That's complete to number 23, Justin Holmes.
Justin Holmes enough for the first down.
32, Daniel Ludwig on the tackle.
Eric Hamilton had decent pressure on the quarterback that time. This quarterback is just a sophomore, Lewis. And I think the key is to get a little bit of pressure on him and maybe hurry him into a bad throw early. And if you let him stand back there, he can pick you apart.
Third down, 2.
Again, dropping. Going to drop it right here in the middle. Overthrown. Intended underneath for number 3. I believe is Lowe.
Right, that's Matt Lowe. Very possible a wet football right there. Lowe appeared to be open. The ball was way overthrown, so possibly slipped out of his hands right there. Something to watch though is that running back Baker out of the backfield. He may have been open in the flat, so we'll have to watch them throwing the ball to him in the future.
Number 1, Lou Matzakis.
Weddle and Robinson deep to return this punt from Matzakis. That's Will Weddle there on the return, stopped after a short return. There is a penalty flag on the play, legal procedure against Shadyside.
54, Kevin Shreve on the stop.
About a 35-yard punt and a 5-yard return. See what Coach Sikosta decides to do here. I think they're going to bring it back and make Shadyside kick it again.
Shadyside penalty, illegal procedure.
You see the flag laying, illegal procedure, and they'll replay this one.
And I believe the penalty may have been called on the center, because it looked like the center kind of bobbed his head and shoulders a little bit before he snapped the ball. And the head referee made the call, and he's saying something in the Shadyside huddle there, so it may have been on the center for illegal procedure, kind of trying to make you think they're snapping before they really are, trying to draw the Seminoles offside.
So Matt Sakis will get another opportunity.
That's a nice kick.
Coming down at the 15-yard line, 25-yard line. Dustin Robinson.
That's a good return. He's in the open.
I believe he stepped out of bounds after a nice return straight across the field.
Number 20, Dustin.
Looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds just right about the 50-yard line. So the 5-yard penalty on Shadyside will end up gaining Monroe Central about 15 yards. So a very good decision there to force Shadyside to punt again.
Very costly for the Tigers, as Dustin did a nice job getting around the outside. And we've got some thunder behind us there.
There's some definite thunder here. I'm not too sure if this is the best place in the world to be standing at the moment.
Wishbone formation again, first end. Quick hitter for Shoemaker, and there's not much there.
Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
Luke picking up possibly a couple yards up the center.
36, Frank Baker on the tackle.
Baker on the stop.
53, Mike Parker.
Yeah, Baker, along with being a very good running back, also top-notch linebacker, and he'll be in on a lot of plays from his inside linebacker position. And if you watch, he's lined up on their defensive left side. You may look for the Seminoles to try to run to their offensive left side away from him a little bit.
Kress with the ball, and he's trying to get outside. He's going to be drug out of bounds by, I believe that was number 1, Matt Sakis, as he couldn't get around the side.
Looked like it was supposed to be an option play, and they're able to, turn it up for some yards. And the officials right here just signaled a stop and play. He's going to send both teams to the locker room right here, and we're going to get a little bit of a delay here.
Might be a good time to take a break, Coach.
I believe so.
Find some shelter. After the short break, we got 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 43-yard line, they say. Kress will take the snap with 6 minutes, 11 seconds. Hand off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker with some good yardage.
44, Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
Number 23, Justin Holmes on the stop. First down for Shoemaker and the Monroe Central Seminoles.
Ball spotted on the Tiger.
Shoemaker in behind a nice hole on the right side of the offensive line. That'd be J.R. Young at the tackle position there. And the guard on that side is Jamie Boer. So a nice hole on the right side of the line. And first down for Luke Shoemaker.
So first down in motion. Dustin Robinson. Ball is pitched back to Luke. Luke tries it around the right side. A lot of black and red jerseys on that far side. Black and orange, I guess, the color.
23, Justin Holmes, and 68, Mike Tierney.
Holmes again on the call with Tierney, the center for the Tigers, and pick up of possibly 2 or 3 there, Coach. I can't hardly see it from here.
Yeah, that's called 3, maybe close to 4 yards on the first down carry.
Again in motion this time, Will Weddle will be in motion going the far side. They'll pitch to this side as Dustin Robinson.
Number 20, Dustin Robinson on the carry.
Dustin behind Yoho, I believe. Matt Sackett's coming through and breaking that play up.
A quick pitch was a good play last week. Some yardage for Dustin Robinson. Well defended by Shadyside that time. 2 defenders out there, only 1 blocker. Not good odds for the offense.
Third down 6.
3rd and 6 they call it.
3.
And the ball on the 33-yard line, the PA announcer says. Slot to the right side. This time they'll toss it back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker trying to get around, and he picks up a couple yards, stepping back to the inside.
Luke will get inside the 30. Looks like they'll put him on about the 29-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4. Coach DaCosta is going to call a timeout. He wants to be sure to get the best play available for this situation.
Coach, you ever remember a time going into the ball game? I think maybe we were in 6 minutes into the ball game and called for lightning. I don't know how long they were out, maybe 10 minutes. That's quite unusual. Sky is beautiful.
Right, it's a very unusual situation, but the officials did the right thing. There was a very, very vivid flash of lightning come over the hill behind the Monroe Central.
I know, it's everything we could do to keep you up
Monroe
there.
Central stands there. I'm looking at these electric cords up here and wondering what's going on. But at the time, we have the delay down to the left from our vantage point in the press box, which would be to the south toward Powhatan. The moon and stars are shining, but we have a dark cloud over us here and a little bit to the north, and the officials did the right thing and said, let's go to the locker room for a few minutes and let this blow over. But it's not a common occurrence. Some people might remember last year, Barnesville had a situation. It was with a transformer problem, but they had to come back on Saturday and finish the last part of a ball game. So
that's an unusual
it's
situation.
very, very unusual.
This is the first time I think I've experienced anything like this. I've seen some pretty bad weather.
Right. I will do no more weather forecast before games the rest of the year.
Guaranteed some nice weather. We're going to have an I formation with twins to this side with Hughes and Weddle. Weddle in motion. Press dropping. He's going to tuck it in. He's looking, and he's going to be taken down from behind. Number 54, I believe, on the stop.
Joe Crest, the ball carrier, brought down by number 54, Kevin Shreve.
Kevin Shreve, they say.
Tigers take over.
And we don't make it on the 4th down, so the Tigers will take this over. They're going to be on the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, as a big defensive play by the Tigers to stop the Seminoles on a 4th down attempt.
And in past years, defense has always been the name of this game. Formerly Woodsfield versus Shadyside. Defense has always played a key role, very low-scoring games.
You can see the single setback. Quarterback Lewis dropping it here in the flat right in front of us, and I believe that's Jamie Lowe, the receiver, number 3.
What you might watch in that situation right there, Lowe drops back to catch that. That is a backwards pass or a lateral, and Lowe then can throw the ball downfield. And they did that last week against Toronto for a touchdown. So they'll set that up, and they may go back to that
play that we need to be watching for.
So the next time, and somebody came up and made a nice play to make the tackle there, and I'm sorry I did not see who made the play.
Lewis back again, looking. A lot of pressure. Throws it down, and it's long.
Good pressure that time, J.R. Young, and as I mentioned earlier, get some pressure on the quarterback, force him to rush a little bit, and right there you see he overthrew everyone because of that pressure. So hopefully J.R. Young, Eric Hamilton, and the other people up on that line can put good pressure on the quarterback in the future.
Almost catching the young quarterback in his own backfield there for a big loss. Good pressure as they again send everybody out, leaving that lone setback, number 36, I believe, Frank Baker in the backfield with Lewis. And he drops again, looking.
Brad Lewis's pass is completed to number 7, Jay Wells.
Jay Wells on the reception. The cameraman kind of missed that one, but
nice catch. Very nice
Like a
catch
nice
by
catch.
Wells. Went down, the ball's a little bit low. He went down, made the catch just above the ground. First down distance in order to keep the drive going.
So they'll have the ball right here in front of us on the 45-yard line.
Here's that play. Again, that was a situation where the pass appeared to be a backward lateral right there, number 21, Schaefer, who we may point out was in contention for the quarterback job during the preseason, but number 45, Dustin Hughes,
Doing
was
a
able
great
to come
job
up,
getting in.
make the play right there. So if he had any thoughts of throwing that downfield, Dustin Hughes prevented him from doing so. Might also mention the other two members of the front four from Monroe Central here, Jamie Boer and Jeremy Baker. You know, a lot of responsibility for them tonight to get some pressure on this quarterback.
Overthrown in the far side, intended for number 21.
That would be Schaefer.
Schaefer again on the opposite side, just a little out of his reach.
Number 82, Scott Wilson, had the defense out in the flat that time.
Here are some scores at halftime.
Scott normally will line up at a defensive end, but against a passing team, he'll drop back to a linebacker position and have some pass coverage responsibilities against a Shadyside that he normally will not have.
Second quarter, St. Clairsville 8, Union Local 6.
Hand off to Baker. First time that we've seen Baker with the ball as he picks up a couple yards up the middle.
I'll bring up a fourth down long. Shadyside will punt the ball away. I've not been keeping track here, but I think that might be the third running play Shadyside has had tonight, and about 8 to 10 passing plays.
And I believe that's what we're going to see all night.
That's correct.
Matt Sakis will stand back. He'll be on the 35-yard line as he boots this away.
Let's put Robinson and Weddle back about their own 15. One man to beat. Only the punter there.
Justin Robinson caught from behind as he has a great return.
Dustin had to make a decision whether to try to outrun the punter, who is the safety, down the sideline, or to cut it back across the middle. Another person there had the angle going to pull him down. That's two absolutely great punt returns by Dustin Robinson, where he took the punt on about the 15. That's going to be about a 45-yard, 48-yard punt return.
Putting the Seminoles in great position here. Press. Quick handoff to Luke Shoemaker. Shoemaker still on his feet. Up that middle.
44, Luke Shoemaker, the ball carrier.
And Shue does a nice job breaking it back across, picking up big yardage.
And 21, Rob Schaefer.
As we saw last week, when Luke Shoemaker gets through the line and gets into that secondary, you better hit him a solid shot, because he's going to break a tackle and get some extra yardage as we've reached the end of the first period.
So with the first quarter ending after a nice run by Luke Shoemaker, it's still a 0-0 ball game. We'll take a break and we'll come right back with our second quarter action.
The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency was established in 1903. They have 3 agents and 3 customer service representatives to give you the kind of service you deserve. Being an independent insurance agency means they represent different companies, allowing them to compare for you. For all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, bonds, business, or farms, contact F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency at 472-0876.
Let Swiss Lands Realty help you find what you need in a home, commercial property, or just land. Free gas,
County Water, a pole barn, 2 rentals, a house, and a mobile home, along with an 8-room remodeled farmhouse, 5-bed garage with 2 rooms, an office, and a bath, make this property a great buy, located on 172 acres in Center Township. Located on 3 acres in the middle of Woodsfield, this house has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, a formal dining room, family room, and a rec room. An ideal place for a growing family. Let Swiss Lanes Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. 472-0614. So the second quarter will start. And Cress, quick handoff. Dustin Robinson, I believe, getting it down to the 22-yard line possibly.
Just a straight dive by Robinson
on the carry.
over the left side. His blockers on the left side would be Chad Yoho and Denny Knowlton on that play. First down yardage inside the 25-yard line, and the first real scoring threat of the game presents itself.
Yeah, they're getting down into the
First down, Seminoles.
red zone here where we need to punch it in. Cress. Hand off. Luke Shoemaker cutting it back. He's got some room. He's still on his feet.
Right there is all Luke Shoemaker on that play. Very little running room to the right side. Saw a hole to the left. Cut back. Had huge amount of running room. Carried a tackler a couple more yards. And the ball's on about the 2-yard line. First and goal.
Picking up good yardage. First down. And it's first and goal. 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Luke Shoemaker doing a tremendous job.
If things hold true here, you can look for Luke to carry the ball on this play and be given an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone.
In motion, Dustin Robinson. Quick hitter, Luke Shoemaker. And he's stacked up right at the line, but he's shoved forward by a couple of
Shoemaker on the carry.
linemen, and I believe maybe
he was stacked up well right there about the 2-yard line.
I believe Baker was
in on that. But again, Luke kept the legs pumping and just about was able to spin off of that tackle, and the second effort was able to get him down near the 1-yard line. And I'd say give it to Luke one more time.
I would too. He deserves the ball right here as they break huddle with 10 minutes and 28 seconds. Robinson will be slopped to the side. Cress will take the snap. And again, Luke with the ball.
Touchdown, Seminoles.
And Luke Shoemaker with the first touchdown for the Seminoles at the 10 minutes and 13 second mark.
Some very nice yardage by Luke Shoemaker during the first half. On his way what we hope will be a very big game for him right there. And we have flagged down and an offside or encroachment call against Monroe Central. And I'm not real certain what that would be. And nobody's up to the line yet. And let's see what happens.
Well, they're walking this one back. J.R. Young, the long snapper on this extra point attempt.
Number 7, Joe Kress.
Joe Kress to attempt the point after. Jason Ludwig, freshman to hold.
Snap was a little bit low. Jason Ludwig did a fine job getting it down. 5 yards made no difference to Joe Kress. 7-0.
It's a 7-0 ball game. 10-13 in the second quarter. As the Seminoles do a nice job. And we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
In the 1990s, it's nice to know there's still someone who makes decisions according to people and not money. At Loveday Motor Sales, customer satisfaction is number one. Our factory-trained technicians use the latest high-tech tools, equipment, and genuine GM parts. Your neighbors are working here in sales and service. People you know, people you can trust. Whether it's a new or used car you're shopping for or parts and service, you can come to Loveday Motor Sales with confidence.
So it's a 7-0 ball game, 10 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second quarter. And Luke Shoemaker with some good ball carrying down close to the goal line as he punched that extra point in. West with a kick that was good. And Joe will kick this off to the Seminoles. I'm sorry, to the Tigers. Standing back will be Baker, Matsakis, and I believe Lowe. I believe that's Baker in the middle of the field, coming straight up, getting some blocks, still on his feet. And I believe Shoemaker had a hold of his leg there.
Baker broke a tackle there about the 30-yard line, picked up another 3 yards. Go back to that touchdown drive right there, and a lot of work by Shoemaker in order to get the ball down there in the end zone. But you have to go back and remember the fine punt return by Dustin Robinson that
exactly.
gave the Seminoles great field position right there. You can't forget about a big play such as that.
Dustin always doing the job. Tremendous athlete. Lewis, he's dropping, and he's going to be dropped. It's a fumble, and it's a fumble, I believe, J.R. Young's. Yes, J.R. Young coming out from the bottom of that pile, giving the Seminoles a big boost. Lewis, I believe, when he's dropping, arm was up in the air. Somebody must have grabbed him.
He was back to pass, and J.R. Young recovered the fumble, but the fumble was caused by number 22, Eric Hamilton, who had good pressure on and knocked the ball away. And there it was on the ground, and JR was right there to fall on it. A turnover after a touchdown. If you can punch another one in the end zone, that's great. Take control of the game right now.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line. Slot to this side. Robinson. A counter play to, I'm sorry. Looked like a counter play to me.
Right. You see that a lot of times. Go for the big play after a turnover and try to get a quick touchdown. Joe may not have made the best decision right there because the defensive back on that side, Jay Wells, almost stepped in front. And if he makes the interception, I believe we're going to have a tie game because there was no one down the sideline.
Press dropping, unable to connect. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Weddle will be slot to the far side, and Dustin Hughes wide on the other sideline, 27-yard line. Kress. He'll toss this ball to Dustin. Dustin has some room. And Dustin doing a tremendous job stretching inside the 15, the 20-yard line, up to about the 18.
About 7-8 yard pickup for Dustin Robinson right there. A lot of second effort. Had a couple blockers out there, but I don't think that they were able to make real good blocks. If the couple linemen had gotten their blocks right there, that may have been a bigger play, maybe even a touchdown.
Still got 8 minutes and 42 seconds. It's a 7-0 ball game. Slot I. Weddle will be the slot to this side. Quick handoff to Shoemaker. And Shoemaker dives up for good yardage, Coach.
Just a little inside, quick trap right there. Once again, through the front line, real quick. Luke started to lose his balance a little bit right there. Got a hand down to keep his balance, and they'll mark him down. Looks like just inside the 3, near the 2. Another great scoring opportunity. And a chance to go ahead 2 touchdowns in the middle of the second quarter is a big relief for your defense.
Luke Shoemaker again doing the job on that quick trap up the middle, and again hand off to Luke. Luke coming around to far side, and Shoemaker for his second touchdown of the quarter. At 7 minutes 59 seconds, 12-0.
Well, when given the opportunity to turn a turnover into points, you have to take advantage of that situation, and that's what happened. Score, first play, Shadyside turns it over, score again. There's the placement. May have been a little wide to the right that time.
A little bit wide, I believe.
13-0, a 2-touchdown lead.
7:59 remaining.
7:59, it is 13-0. And Seminoles take a quick 13-0 lead in a ball game that many thought might be challenging due to the passing situation of the Tigers. And we haven't seen that yet, Coach.
Right. Well, this one has a long way to go. There's still 7 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the second period, so it's a long way from over. But it's sure nice to be up 13-0 at this point in the game.
Nice cushion early.
Because now, if something happens, Shadyside puts a drive together, makes a big play, and scores, you still have the lead.
Kress will kick this. Dropped right in the middle of the field by Matt Sakis as he comes this way. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds there. Boer, I believe.
Number 66, Jamie Boer, made the play. Matt Sakis picked the ball up on about the 15, 16-yard line. A lot of running there and very little yardage gained. They're going to put him down about the 19-yard line. Anytime you get a tackle inside the 30 on kickoff coverage, your kickoff coverage team has done a great job. So it's going to be at the 19-yard line, Shadyside with their back against the wall.
Lewis will bring his charge to the line of scrimmage as they send wideouts on both sides. Lewis dropping. Ball tipped up in the air and almost caught by Schaefer.
Yeah, Luke Shoemaker had a hand on the ball right there. It bounced off his hands, almost into Schaefer's hands, but it goes an incomplete pass.
Matt Sakis, I believe, was the intended receiver. Ball tipped up and Schaefer in the right place, just couldn't come up with a handle.
We talked about the Shadyside passing attack, and now with a 2-touchdown deficit, Shadyside just very likely may never run the ball the rest of the evening.
You can see here they're sending wideouts on both sides. Single setback, Baker, Lewis, he'll drop, and look, he's got a lot of pressure, and he's going to be dropped there by Hamilton.
Let's give Eric Hamilton credit for that play. Some other pressure by some other members of the front four there. Looked like Jeremy Baker also with some pressure on. I got to make sure I give Jeremy a little bit of credit there. He told me I missed a sack last week, so I got to make sure that I take note when he makes the play in there and put some pressure on the quarterback.
Want to give everybody equal time, Coach.
But what happened there, some pressure there, the quarterback tried to run it, and then Eric Hamilton was right there and made the tackle. So it's a joint effort by all members of the front four on a play such as that.
With a passing team, you need good pressure on the quarterback and, of course, cover the receivers. Lewis dropping, he's looking. He'll throw the ball over the center, and one of the Tiger coaches right here in front of us almost with the
He had a receiver right in front of the Shadyside bench there, number 7, Wells. The ball was just overthrown. The best chance to catch the ball there was by one of the Shadyside assistant coaches.
And he missed it, so.
Right. So once again, 3 plays and out, forcing a punting situation, which has been a very good play from Monroe Central so far. 2 great returns by Dustin Robinson. We'll see if Matt Sakis may try to kick the ball away from Dustin this time.
Short kick this time. Gonna take a Tiger bounce as it'll roll inside the 40-yard line at the 39.
Yeah, very low kick that time. Dustin not able to make the play on the fly. Made the decision just to get away and let it roll.
Good decision.
A good decision, I'd say. You like for your punt return man to catch the ball in the air when possible, but I think it's best to get away from that one, not fumble. Still a pretty decent field position at the 39-yard line.
39-yard line, 1st and 10. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's a fine punt by Matt Sakis, as it turned out. It's about a 40-yard punt, so pretty good job there.
A little bit of a roll. Dustin Robinson again, fake up the middle to Luke Shoemaker.
I tell you, a play. Coach Acosta and his offensive staff do a great job of that type of situation right there. Some great yardage by Shoemaker, and the series is before this. Fake Shoemaker inside, give it to Dustin Robinson outside. and nobody there. Robinson, some nice yardage, about 15 yards, first down.
And if you fool everybody the way you fooled the cameraman,
right,
it works.
Well, it's sure nice to have two running backs there that are capable of Shoemaker and Robinson.
In the wishbone formation, wide out to the far side, I believe, is Hughes. Shoemaker still on his feet as he meets head on through the line of scrimmage, and I believe low on the stop along with Baker.
We talk about showing the game at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. I got a feeling that this game is being aired on Saturday morning that Luke may not be out of bed yet to watch himself on TV. He's had a very hard night's work, and we're not even to halftime yet.
Just another night at the office, Luke.
Luke would have it no other way.
Ball at the Shadyside 36.
36-yard line. Second down. Luke with the ball again, breaking it to the outside. He's inside the 30. Caught from behind by number 36.
Luke Shoemaker, the Seminole ball carrier.
Dale, let's give some credit here to the whole offensive line for the yardage that's being gained so far right there. Center Ben Klein, Jamie Boer, Denny Knowlton, Mike Demmerling rotating at the guards, J.R. Young, Chad Yoho at the tackles, Dustin Hughes, Scott Wilson at the end positions. Luke would not be gaining this yardage if those individuals were not doing a great job.
Exactly right. It's a complete team effort. It takes everyone. There's timeout on the field, and so we'll take a quick timeout with a 13-0 ball game at the 4-minute and 46-second mark remaining in the half.
Shadyside Flower Shop, Belmont National Bank.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pops and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion Dog Food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
Bellwood Drugs is your locally owned full-service discount price drugstore. Call 472-0417 for 24-hour emergency service. We'll be here for you. Delivery and mail-out services are available. We stock wheelchairs, hospital beds, canes, crutches, and other accessories. Retirees ask Joe or Tom about our hassle-free Aetna prescription service. As a leader chain store, we bring you bargain prices on an assortment of products every month. Don't forget to bring us your photo finishing with 24-hour service. Bellwood Drugs, people you know and people you can trust with your health.
We're back, and it's 4:46, 13-0. Wishbone formation. Ball going, I believe Shoemaker with the ball in the middle of that stack of ball players as they stood him up right at the line. I'm sorry, I look, Dustin Robinson, not Shoemaker.
Dale, before we go any farther, I was giving credit to the offensive line right there before we took that break, and I inadvertently said Mike Demmerling. That was a couple of years ago. This is Chris Demmerling, freshman. He's seeing a little bit of action in there tonight. So Chris Demmerling, doing his share in there to help the Monroe Central ground game gain some great yardage tonight.
Very little yardage that last possession. Crest trying to pitch the ball out, being caught from behind.
Yeah. That was to be the option, I believe. Second time tonight that the option has been called, and minus yardage, I believe, both times. No one there. Really, Joe had no choice but to take the loss.
At the 30-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and 12.
And we may see a pass right here.
See what the Seminoles can come up with in a third down situation. Joe looking. A lot of pressure. He's going to step it up, and he's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. Big defensive play by the Tigers. Tyranny, I believe, on the stop. And Personowski, number 24.
Joe Kress was looking for Dustin Hughes downfield that time. Very good defense played against Hughes. I think Rob Schaefer that time. No receiver. Take the loss. You're going about the 36-yard line now. Punt this away and leave Shadyside only about 2.5 minutes to try to get the length of the field before the half. That's going to be a nice punt.
Nice punt by Wilson. Ball rolling down to about the 12-yard line, I believe.
That'll only go as about a 24-yard punt net, but in this situation, no return, angle it to the sideline, and take your chances. About 24 yards, but no return. Now you put Shadyside 88 yards away from scoring, and only 2 minutes 31 seconds remaining before halftime.
So as Coach was saying, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And a lot of pay dirt to take in that period of time, down 13-0.
There's a quick out right there to Baker. A little different formation right there. I looked like no backs in the backfield with 5 receivers. And Dustin Hughes made the tackle. And with the clock running, I'm sure Monroe Central will gladly give them, well, it looks like maybe a loss of 1. So you would gladly give them a loss of 1 on every play.
Every time, Coach. This time they'll send a single wide out to this side, trips to the far side, and Lewis will take the hike. Hand off to Baker. Baker straight up the middle, hoping to catch everybody looking to pass, and stopped there by J.R. Young after a pickup of
71 J.R. Smith on the tackle.
J.R. Smith, they said.
Right, yeah, J.R. Young and also number 34, Will Weddle, and on the play. Clock still running, minute 10. Shadyside seems to be content now just to get out of here and go to the half and try to regroup.
Very conservative play the last time. Handoff up the middle. See what they do this time with 3rd down and 6. The public address or announcer calls it. Lewis dropping. He's looking. He's going to tuck it in, and he's going to be thrown.
Lewis's pass is incomplete.
I think he got the ball way before they put him down.
In the 3rd quarter,
it looked like number 66, Jamie Brewer, right there, that made some contact against the quarterback before he delivered that pass. Goes incomplete, and now Monroe Central will use a timeout here with 45 seconds left, force the punt, and see what happens.
So with a 13-0 score here, they hopefully putting him in a punt situation. Anything can happen, Coach. You got 45 seconds. That's time for a lot of things to happen.
Well, you have the chance here of possibly a bad snap from center. 2 returns for big yardage by Dustin Robinson. The chance of a good return, and maybe get yourself in position to be around the 40-yard line. Monroe Central will have a timeout left, at least 1, maybe 2. I'm not real sure, and maybe a chance for a couple of throws. You never know what might happen. And with one person back, Will Weddle's going to be back in single safety, which tells me very possibly that Monroe Central may go for the block and try to block this punt and put some pressure on. I think that's what's going to happen. 9 men on the line of scrimmage.
Everybody, I believe, going after Matsakis, and he gets the ball away, getting a tiger roll, and it'll roll inside the 33-yard line, Coach.
Right, that's a gamble right there to try to block the punt, and nearly had a hand on it. Let the ball roll. Don't take the chance of trying to pick it up. And I think what you'll probably see is one play, and the Seminoles will take it into the locker room with a 13-0 lead.
Call it a good half.
Right. I don't think from the 43-yard line you're going to try anything fancy. The clock starts right now.
You don't want to put it up and have some big play.
They'll have to run one play. They may run Shoemaker or Robinson. You may see Joe Kress just take the ball and kneel down and call it a half. Joe's kind of watching the clock before he starts calling the signals.
Luke Shoemaker with the ball.
44, Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
That's first down yardage. Clock stops with 5 seconds remaining while they move the sticks. And looks like Monroe Central will, in fact, spend a timeout and run one more play.
Nice handoff to Luke Shoemaker up the middle as he picks up big yardage. The ball is going to be laying here. Looks like it's right on the 45-yard line, Coach, and it's 5 seconds. And again, anything can happen. The Tiger offense has just not been able to get on track so far in this game. Now, we know that they can do it, and so a second half, you always have to come out thinking, maybe the first half jitters will be over with. You have to come out prepared.
Well, I think you have to, the fact is that the Shadyside offense has not been able to get on track, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to the Monroe Central defense. They have been able to put pressure on the quarterback. They've not allowed any receivers to get deep, and anytime you do that, you make it tough. I don't care if you're running or passing. If you only give up 5 yards at a time, you have to put several good plays together to drive down the field. And field position has definitely been an advantage to Monroe Central. Shadyside has not had good field position for the majority of the game.
Both Luke and Dustin have picked up some good yardage. Dustin picking up a real nice return on a punt. And Luke with some good yardage, especially goal line yardage, picking up 2 touchdowns.
And we're going to get 2 wide receivers to the right side, Hughes and Weddle. Kress will just drop back. He's going to look back to the left, but he's getting some pressure, and I don't think this is going to work. Number 54, Kevin Shreve put pressure on Kress and didn't let that play develop.
So the first half is going to end with a 13-0 ball game. And we'll take a break and be right back with the Seminole Marching Band.
Maybe you already knew that Woodsfield Ashland has 100% pure gasoline along with kerosene and diesel fuel, and about their drive-thru where you can pick up your favorite snacks, slushes, legal beverages, or pop. You probably know about Kirk's Ice Cream, available in 16 flavors. It's guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. But did you know that Woodsfield Ashland sells great pizza? Just call ahead at 472-1745 to order your pizza for before or after the game. And don't forget their drive-thru service open Monday through Saturday 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. and Sunday 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for Bill Girls, Monroe Central Seminole Band.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion Dog Food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
Telephones, radios, fax machines, videos, sound equipment, adapters, and converters of all kinds. Scanners, smoke alarms, tape recorders, televisions, toys, games, VCRs, antennas, batteries, camcorders, and computers are just some of the things you'll find at Day Appliance and Radio Shack. With brand names including Quasar, GE, Realistic, and Memorex, they offer a wide variety of computers with IBM compatibility. For all of your electronic needs, see the vast inventory in stock at Day Appliance. They'll be happy to special order, too. See them today, Day Appliance and Radio Shack. It's time to stop by Woodsfield Savings and Loan. We offer a variety of rates and terms to suit your home mortgage needs. Our low rates make owning your own home affordable, and the Woodsfield Savings and Loan is an equal housing lender. Open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday 9 to 3, Thursday and Saturday 9 to 12, and Friday 9 to 6. We pride ourselves in serving you quickly and efficiently. When it's time for a home mortgage or financial service, call us at Woodsfield Savings and Loan Company.
You want to keep on getting all the power and performance that your car was built to deliver. So use BP Super Unleaded Gasoline from Demchex BP. Keep your vital fuel injectors clean to prevent hard starting, stalling, hesitation, and poor mileage. Filling your tank is just a start. We wash windshields, check motor oil, belts, hoses, coolant levels, and windshield washer fluid. You stay in the driver's seat while we do the work, or help yourself at the self-serve island. At Demchex BP, you have a choice.
Masters Garage has recently added a new service to their long list of automotive repairs. They're now rebuilding starters, alternators, and generators. And remember, they specialize in custom exhaust work with the Ben Pearson Muffler Shop, as well as brake work, lube jobs, and oil changes. Masters features a full line of Quaker State products, including oil, filters, lube products, and parts to keep your vehicle in top running condition. Call Masters Garage today at 472-1232. Coach, we're back with second half. It's 13-0, and you have a few stats of first half. If you'd like to run over those quickly while we get the kickoff.
Yeah, very quickly, courtesy of Mark Durkis, the Martins Ferry Times leader. Monroe Central ran 10 more plays than Shadyside in the first half and showed a net yardage of 154 to 36. Luke Shoemaker with 116 yards rushing. And also Dustin Robinson with 128 yards on three kick returns, one kickoff return, 2 punt returns. So some very good yardage right there, and 10 more plays is controlling the ball.
Yes, it is. And controlling them, they're passing. They're noted for their passing. That's what they live and die on. And how many total yards passing?
Yeah, they had 26 yards passing, 6 of 13 completions, but a couple went for 0 or minus yardage. So a great job of the defense, but you have to do it again and play just as well or better the second half. And we'll start by throwing it.
Just out of the outstretched arms of Matt Lowe, I believe.
Intended for number 7.
No, that's Jay Wells. Matt Lowe.
Matt Lowe. Yeah, Matt Lowe. Ball was a little bit behind him and tried to reach behind. We're going to come to the line very, very quickly here and maybe try to get the defense before they're ready.
Dropping and looking again. Has a man right out in the flat covered by Dustin Hughes. That's Matt Sackis, just overthrown slightly.
It looks like Shadyside is going to try to change their luck, go to a no-huddle type situation here to try to get the defense a little bit off guard. We'll see how it works.
3rd and 10. Lewis will drop, looking. And this one, I believe, is low, but it is intercepted by
Is completed.
number 7,
Jay Wells.
Jay Wells, enough for a first down.
1st and 10 Tigers.
Wells popping open in the flat on the opposite side. Nice delivered ball, a little low, but Wells able to come up with it.
That's number 3.
This pass is completed to number 3, Matt Lowe.
That's Matt Lowe.
First down, Tigers.
He kind of, when they went to the line quickly,
Spotted on the
kind of hid over here on the sideline, and I'm not real sure if the defensive people knew that he was there.
Lewis dropping the ball, and he's got a lot of pressure. He's coming loose. And the ball up in the air. Just at the last second, Dustin Robinson able to knock the ball away.
That's Jay Wells,
number 7.
the intended receiver. Dustin Robinson down there. A bit of a height advantage for Wells. They list him at 6 foot in the program. Dustin about 5'5". Wells was nearly able to reach over top and make that reception, but they fell to the ground, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
A lot of pressure in the backfield that time, but unable to come up with Lewis.
They're going to run the ball once.
Hand off to Baker. Baker's got some good room up the middle. Dustin Hughes on the stop after big yardage.
Frank Baker, the ball carrier.
They'll go for a first down. So a little momentum in the first minute and a half, or just over a minute of the second half.
.23, I believe.
Brad Lewis's pass complete to 23.
Holmes, I believe. Holmes came open just over the line, and Luke Shoemaker delivering a hit.
The timing was a little bit off. Lowe kind of did a curl to the inside, the ball a little bit behind him. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 situation. And very important for Monroe Central to make a stop and not let Shadyside get a quick 6 points on the board.
Yeah, big defensive stance here with 3rd and 5. 10 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Tigers moving the ball. Lewis delivered the ball right in the middle of that secondary. Matt Lowe, I believe, was the receiver.
First and goal, Tigers at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line. Number 14 is their quarterback, Matt Lowe, a sophomore. Single setback, Baker in the backfield. The ball goes to Baker. And he's got enough for the touchdown. So at the 10-minute mark, 10:02, the Tigers come up with a quick score, 13-6. Matt Sakis is the kicker. He's preparing to kick the after-point attempt.
Be very important now for Monroe Central to come out and take this kickoff and establish the fact that they can move the ball and not give the ball back to Shadyside immediately. That drive took only 2 minutes off the clock, going with no huddle, and the momentum comes back to Shadyside.
So with very little time going in the third quarter, it's a 13-7 ball game at the 10:02 mark. We'll take a real quick break here, and we'll be right back.
For almost any size job, the area's most extensive fastener display is at Ager Hardware. Small engine belts in all sizes, too. And it's that time of the year for Oregon chains and bars and, of course, hunting licenses, shells, and accessories. Home improvements are easy with a large inventory of electrical and plumbing supplies and standard bathroom fixtures. A full line of kitchen and laundry appliances are always in stock. Custom paints for interior and exterior fall fix-ups. Special services, screen repair and glass cutting. Car wax and car care products, bikes of all kinds, and just arrived vent-free and kerosene heaters. Eggers, much more than a hardware store.
For the Seminoles.
So, Coach, at 10:02, it's a 13-7 ball game, and a quick scoring splurge by the Tigers as they got all the gears moving. Matt Sakis will kick to the Seminoles. Will Weddle with the ball. He marked out of bounds.
34, Will Weddle returning the kick.
Shadyside may have learned a lesson in the first half, making the decision there not to kick the ball to Dustin Robinson. Kicked it over to Will Weddle, who was able to get about a 15-yard return. So still pretty decent field position on the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. Well, they have first and 10.
So now have to go back and reestablish what you did in the first half, and that is move the ball on the ground. Don't give the ball back to Shadyside in a hurry, and let them put another score on the board.
Kress. Hand off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker with 3 or 4 yards up the middle.
Number 44, Luke Shoemaker, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 1, Lou Matzakis.
Matzakis on the stop. Ball placed on the 38-yard line. 4-yard pickup, they say.
Second down, 6 at the 38.
Wishbone formation. Wide to this side, Wilson. Again, Luke did it again.
It's going to be Dustin. It's going to be Dustin Robinson right there. Looked like he fell across the 45-yard line, but I think his knee hit down about the 43. Going to bring up a third down and about a yard.
Third down, 1.
Ball resting on the 44-yard line. Luke will have first down plus.
Luke Shoemaker, the ball carrier, tackled by number 23, Justin Holmes.
Holmes on the stop.
Over the right side. Once again, good yardage and first down. And as I've said before, and I hate to keep repeating myself, you must get some first downs and get some yardage, even if you don't get a score on the board. That would be great. But reestablish the fact is, hey, we're going to run the ball right at you. Stop us.
Not a whole lot up that middle. Luke Shoemaker again. I'm sorry, Will Weddle, the ball carrier.
I think that is probably Will's first carry of the evening.
54.
You've had some good yardage by your other two backs. Let's show the third back there. And Will's very capable of breaking out for some good yardage also. So if they start keying on Shoemaker and Robinson, you may look for Weddle to get the ball a couple more times.
Ball laying inside the 50-yard line as they mark it 2nd and 8. Slot I. Just a straightforward as Luke bowls his way for nice yardage coming up out of the bottom of that pile. Matt Sakis.
A lot of cheering by the Shadyside people here below us. They thought they had Shoemaker stopped for a very small gain. Luke kept the legs moving and wound up picking up about 4 yards on the play. Well, it looked like he was going to be stopped for a very little gain. Now we're going to have a timeout.
Third down and 4, and there will be a timeout on the field.
Blue tickets for the game football, sponsored by the Boosters Club. We'll have that drawing. We'll have the drawing for the...
Most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about septic service until we really need it. Sparky Septic Service is there when you need them with liquid waste removal, septic tank cleaning, or portable toilets. Sparky serves Eastern Ohio and the Northern Panhandle. When you need portable toilets for special events, call them at 472-0525. Remember their motto, in our business, a flush beats a full house. Call Swiss Lands Realty at 472-0614 if you're looking for a quiet place in the country, like this 3-bedroom ranch surrounded by a beautiful view. Free gas located just 4 miles from Woodsfield. Or just listed, this new log home on 30 acres has rustic charm with a huge flat yard, secluded yet close to the state road. If you have property to sell, call us at 472-0614. We take listings on all types of property at Swiss Lands Realty.
Quick timeout here. 3rd and 4, 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Shadyside fans getting into this ball game. They come up with a quick score of 13-7.
Tiger 46-yard line.
Trying to encourage the defense to stop the Seminoles on this crucial play at the 46-yard line. Dustin Robinson with the ball. He's in a lot of trouble. He'll get it back across the 50-yard line.
Number 20, Dustin Robinson, the ball carrier.
Defense coming up with a big stop, Coach.
Right, that play just started to fall apart right from the beginning. Dustin tried to turn it back to the left and make something happen. End up losing about 3 yards or so. Going to be forced to punt the ball. It'd be important right here for Scott Wilson to get off a nice punt.
Holmes and Wells are deep.
Holmes and Wells will be deep as Scott Wilson will punt standing on his 38-yard line.
And we have whistles. Shadyside timeout.
Shadyside taking a quick timeout.
Well, the reason being, I think Shadyside had 12 players on the field. Yes, they did. They had 12 players on the field, and if the referees caught that, and we assume that they would have, that would give Monroe Central a first down. So somebody on the Shadyside,
wanting to get
somebody from the Shadyside spotted that and called that timeout.
So Shadyside coming out and very quickly putting some points on the board, kind of changing the whole complexion of this ball game, doing a good job of defensively on that last series. Kind of changes the whole complexion, Coach.
Right, the momentum definitely back on the Shadyside sideline. I think you'll look for Shadyside to come back, obviously with the no huddle, since it works so well, and it keeps the Seminoles from making defensive adjustments, and you need someone to step up and make a play with the sack or the interception here. But right now it's important to get a good snap and for Scott Wilson to get a nice punt and put him back inside that 15-yard line to start this drive.
So time will be in at 6:07. Scott Wilson, as I said, will be standing just about the 38-yard line as he punts this. Low snap.
Number 7, Jay Wells.
Jay Wells on the return.
Wilson's kick.
Hughes, I believe, down on the stop. Dustin Hughes.
72, Sam Hannes on the tackle.
And Sam Hannes, number 72.
Dustin Hughes.
I believe they're going to mark this on the 25.
Looks like about the 25-yard line. 10-yard return.
10 Tigers at their own.
And they'll get back to the huddle before they run the first play, but maybe the only time you see them huddle on this possession.
And they'll send 3 wide outs to the far side. And Lewis will take the snap at 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter as he drops, looking, hits the man underneath.
Brad Lewis's pass complete to number 7, Jay Wells.
Jay Wells on the stop.
We've got a timeout.
Looks like there's somebody must be down hurt here as well, still remaining on the grass. But a nice job by Jay Wells coming back through, kind of splitting the defensive men and picking up the pass. Lewis doing a nice job delivering the ball.
But they put 3 receivers to this, in this case, to the left side, and one of the wider receivers comes back into the middle, and he's been open as much tonight as any of the patterns that they have run. And Wells has made several catches. And right there's a first down. So now you're out at about the 40-yard line. I think they're going to put it on about the 38. And that's 13 yards on a first down completion.
At the high school, we would like to recognize Columbus National Bank and the hitching post.
Looks like the receiver, Jay Wells, getting up slowly and coming off the field under his own power. You always hate to see it. It's part of the game, but you hate to see anybody down with any type of injury. As Shadyside will quickly come to the line of scrimmage. Lewis will drop. He's going to tuck it in. He's got some room up the middle.
Number 14, Brad Lewis on the carry.
And I believe Hamilton stopping him there on the 45-yard line.
The tackle by Hamilton, but that's a gain of 6 yards on the scramble by Lewis. And it's going to be a second and about 4 situation. some pressure.
Intended on the far side. I believe that's Schaefer possibly.
Right. There's some pressure on Lewis that time. He kind of rushed it a little bit. Schaefer was the intended receiver. It was underthrown, and he wasn't able to come back and make the play. He may have slipped a little bit there on the wet grass.
A freshman, Eric Kramer, defending on that. Doing a nice job. Make it 3rd and 5. Hand off to Baker, and he's going nowhere. He's still on his feet. Hit initially right at the line of scrimmage.
There's a late flag in there. We'll see what that's all about. And it's going to be a face mask violation. And that's a tough break right there because you made the play defensively. It was going to bring up a 4th and about 3 situation, but a 15-yard penalty will give Shadyside a first down and keep a drive going. And you can't stop yourself, as we saw last week with Bishop Donahue. Here on defense, you make the play, but one penalty keeps it going. And it's an inadvertent thing. The back Baker was running for extra yardage, and it's unfortunate that someone got a hold of the face mask.
So they'll have a 1st and 10, ball laying on the 37-yard line. Very unfortunate. Lewis is going to ground the ball.
And that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty right there. And in high school football, intentional grounding is a major, major penalty.
Shadyside penalty.
Some good pressure on the quarterback forced that. And that's back at the 49-yard line.
And that's where the point of the...
Right, that's about a 12-yard loss on the play. Then I think they tack on another 5 yards from that spot. And it's also a loss of down, which is going to be 2nd down and more than 20, about 25 yards to go.
So they're going to place the ball the 46-yard line, I believe, Coach.
Yeah, what that amounts to is about a 17-yard penalty, 12 yards from the spot of the foul, and then another 5 yards. So it's 2nd and 27. Now, don't let them out of this. And a fumble to snap.
And Luke Shoemaker picking up Lewis. The ball just dropping down. Looked like Lewis never did have a handle on it.
When you know you're going to throw the ball, sometimes you get in such a big hurry to get out from under center, get away from that pressure. That time he went out there and just did not have the ball. And there's been a couple other occasions where he's had a little bit of trouble on the snap.
Yeah, they don't have a real clean snap sometimes between the center and Lewis. Pressure again, looking.
Again, a little bit of pressure, flushed Lewis out of the pocket. He had to kind of make the throw on the run. He tried to hit Schaefer. It was underthrown. So now it's going to be 4th down and punt, and you're able to get that stop that you needed.
Our good friend from TV9, George
Wilson doing a nice job on the coverage downfield. So Matt Sakis will be on to kick this away at 4 minutes 15 seconds with Will Weddle and Dustin Robinson deep. Ball coming to Dustin, has trouble picking it up. He's going to the far side.
Now he's got some running room, Dale. He's got huge running room. One block and you'll go. And you're going to get a clip.
He's cutting it back. Still on his feet.
Unfortunately, Dustin might as well stop and save his energy a little bit because you had a clip out about the 50-yard line. I saw where the flag went. The punter, Matt Zakis, was ready to make the play, and when someone threw a block on him, the official threw the flag for a clip. It's right over in front of Monroe Central bench, and I'm kind of watching to see the reaction over there of whether the coach thinks it's a good call or not. If you can see that, you get a shot out on the camera right now. I think you can tell what coach thought of the call. I don't know if we got a shot of it there or not, but he didn't like the call. And that happened right in front of the bench, and the coaches would have had a real good look at it, and they did not feel that was a clip.
That's unfortunate. Last week we saw one similar to that against Robinson.
I just pointed out here that there's also a penalty back on the 20-yard line. So I'll tell you, unfortunately, this may be another clipping penalty, which they'll mark off from the 20. We'll wait for a signal.
Monroe Central penalty, clipping.
That's the case. You had 2 clipping penalties on the play. One of them occurred back on the 20-yard line, so the drive's going to start back inside the 10. So
tremendous.
So the clip that the coach was arguing about out the 50-yard line really didn't matter because we had another one that I did not see. That had to be well behind the play.
So this puts the Seminoles deep in their own territory with their backs to the wall, needing to come up with a big play here as Crest will take the hike. 3 minutes 41 seconds. Luke Shoemaker still on his feet, and he's going to be driven down.
34, Luke Shoemaker, the ball carrier. 24, Michael Przanowski, the initial tackler.
Still, that's 4 yards on first down, and you'll take 4 yards any time that the defense wants to give it to you. It's 2nd and 6.
Second down, 6.
Now, if you pick up 4 yards every time, you're going to get first downs.
You're doing all right. So it is 2nd and 6, 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. It's 13-7. Dustin Robinson, the ball carrier, picking up some rough yardage off the right side.
24, Mike Przanowski on a stop along with 68, Mike Kearney.
Possibly 2, I believe, Coach.
I'd say only about a 2-yard gain. Well, they'll spot it now if they get the chain set. Maybe closer to a 3-yard gain. You're third down in about 2.5, 3 yards.
Down 2.
That'd be the place for a big offensive series here, needing to get some offense exerted. Shoemaker, and he's got enough, I believe. It's close.
Still running hard. You're going across the 25-yard line and a first down.
So first and 10, 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The ball on the 27-yard line. They have marked it. Little counter. Luke Shoemaker stepping back, wide block. And he'll be run out of bounds right here in front of the bench.
44, Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
He's over the 30-yard line. Possibly a pickup of 3.
Right, Luke tried to break it outside. Not a lot of running room. Only about a 3-yard pickup there. A good play by the Shadyside linebackers, in particular Baker, number 36, to stay with the play and hold out to about a 3, maybe 4-yard pickup. But again, first down, 3-4 yards, you take it.
High formation sending Dustin Robinson to the far side and Dustin Hughes to this side. Ball will be tossed back to Luke. Luke losing his footage, and he's not going very far. Came around there and slipped. Never just good development.
We'll mark the play down just across the 35-yard line. Third down in about 3.
"15 seconds remaining in the third. I'll have to rush to get this one off with 5 seconds. Joe will take the snap. Ball goes to Dustin. He's breaking it to the outside. He's got some room.
Number 20, Dustin Robinson, the ball.
I believe Holmes on the stop.
I was about to say, with the clock running down, I don't believe we had to run a play from scrimmage. We could have let the quarter run out and ran that third down play to start the fourth quarter. But seeing how Dustin was able to get up, get some yardage for a first down, that's just fine. We ran it, and now we'll start the fourth quarter with a first down play.
So we'll be right back with the fourth quarter of action with a 13-7 ball game. So hurry back.
Westcourt Hair Fashion's new in name, but the same in advanced high-tech hair care products and services. Westcourt is staffed with 10 highly qualified technicians to serve their clients' different needs. Products sold only in the finest salons include Nexus, Paul Mitchell, Brocado, each with a money-back guarantee. To keep that healthy look all year round, 2 Wolf tanning beds along with the best tanning and skincare products. Call 472-5350 today to get a new you at a new name, Westcourt Hair Fashions. At Shoe Corner, all athletic shoes for sports and cheerleaders are 20% off. And we have Lee jeans for the family in stretch and regular and Jordache jeans and blouses. New ladies' jackets, skirts, pants, skirts, tops have just arrived. Of course, we have shoes. Nikes, Reeboks, LA Gear, lacrosse, rubber boots for hunting, fishing, or farming, Red Wing, steel-toed sport or insulated boots, soft spots, hush puppies, Wolverines, naturalizers, and clinic. Wait, there's more. The Shoe Corner now includes a craft store. See Betty and Pat about consignments. The Shoe Corner, more than just shoes.
We've got 12 minutes remaining in this one, Coach. 13-7 as a big play to end the third quarter. Dustin Robinson able to break it on the far side and pick up first down yardage. So we'll start the fourth quarter with a first down. Looks like the ball is laying on possibly a 36, 37-yard line. A big play there.
It's a nice drive on this possession. It started down inside the 10, about the 9-yard line. A couple of first downs. Now you're getting out near midfield and gaining yardage. It would be sure great to go down here and get a score.
Not a whole lot there. Shoemaker kind of stumbling, I believe, as he got the ball.
Looked like he kind of stumbled, whether it was a defensive man or offensive man or who it exactly was there, but a lot of bodies in there. Kind of tripped himself up and only about a yard gain. So now you're in what really Monroe Central has not had this situation very many times tonight, where it's second and long.
Pitching the ball back to Dustin. Dustin being caught behind the line.
Number 20, Dustin Robertson on the carry.
Holmes, I believe, on the stop behind the line of scrimmage. As the Tigers doing a great job defensively again.
That's a quick toss and just not much running room out there. More defensive people than there are blockers out there. No gain, 3rd and 9. You need to gain some yardage right here. And you do not want to give up the ball.
They'll send Dustin Hughes wide to this side. Slot I formation. Dropping the ball underneath to Luke Shoemaker. Luke still on his feet.
It's a lot of running right there.
Not a lot of forward.
The Shadyside people felt like the ball may have hit the ground, but it was ruled a good catch. Luke's going to get 5 or 6 yards, but still going to bring up a 4th down play. Ball's resting on the Shadyside 47-yard line. 47-yard line. And now bring up a punting situation here for Scott Wilson
at the 10-minute mark. 13-7.
Back for Shadyside.
And some confusion there. Monroe Central forced to call a timeout. And as we saw earlier, Shadyside had to spend a timeout because they had 12 men on the field. Monroe Central forced to call a timeout because they had only 10 men on the field.
Janet, Kelly, and Lisa, JKL Substation invite you to try subs, salads, sundaes, and shakes in an old-fashioned ice cream parlor atmosphere. Enjoy Hershey's hand-packed ice cream. Save time. Phone ahead at 472-5224 to have your lunch ready when you need it. The same great subs and soups plus additional seating, lower prices, and extended hours. 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. through the fall. For lunch, supper, or after the game, come to JKL Substation. Meet your friends, have great food, and a good time.
So after that quick timeout, Scott Wilson is on to punt the ball away at 9:55, 13-7. Schaefer, I believe, the lone man back on that. And he'll bring it back. Looks like the ball's on the 23-yard line, 22-yard line. Will Weddle.
You're at the point of the game in the fourth quarter now where, from the Shadyside standpoint, they cannot guarantee getting the ball back later. They need to make something happen offensively here. And of course, 7 points would give them the lead. Another good defensive stand and get the ball back for the Seminoles and run some more time off the clock. But, need a big defensive play.
Need good pressure here on Lewis. Lewis dropping the ball underneath, just over the outstretched hands. I believe that was Schaefer, Rob Schaefer. And he was open in that little seam.
He was open in an area that has resulted in several completions so far, but the ball was a little bit high. It was a catchable ball, but it was high, and it would have been a very difficult catch to make.
You can see how they spread the field out, the single setback with wideouts on all sides. Lewis dropping. He's going to tuck it and brings it underneath.
It's an interception.
Joe Kress on the interception right here in front of us. He's got some running room.
And this return will stand on the interception by Joe Kress. No penalty flags. Again, the ball looked like it may have hit off the hands of a Shadyside receiver. Joe Kress in the right place at the right time. And then a nice return. So now inside the 20, near the 18-yard line, you could not ask for a better play than what you just saw right there.
That was a beautiful job. That was the one that we needed. Break huddle at 9 minutes, 7 seconds.
Now you have to get some points on this possession. You're inside the 20. It is essential that you get some points, even if it's only a field goal. A touchdown would be obviously better.
Luke Shoemaker diving back and forth. He's still on his feet. And
I think maybe Luke was kind of sharing my thinking there that a touchdown was definitely better. And that's Luke's third touchdown of the night. And that just kind of swung the momentum back over to the Monroe Central side. If it wasn't already back over there, you're now up 2 touchdowns. And the pressure goes back to the Shadyside offense. Great run.
Absolutely great run. Great footwork, great balance as he goes in for his third score. Makes it a 19-7 ball game. Changes everything around at 8 minutes and 47 seconds. And they'll come to the line of scrimmage, going for 2 here with final 8 minutes. Joe dropping. Trying to drop it off to Dustin, just a little bit behind and low.
Dustin Robinson,
Incomplete.
8:47 remaining in the contest.
But it's 8:47 remaining in the contest. It's a 19-7 ball game. We'll take a quick break and we'll come right back with the last 8 minutes of ball game.
Autumn's here, time for things to quiet down after a hot and hectic summer. Treat yourself to a new haircut, hair color, perm, or manicure for fall at Rita's Beauty Shop. Open 6 days a week and evenings by appointment. For your convenience, walk-ins are welcome. Gift certificates are available for services and products for holiday or year-round gift giving. For family hair care and manicures, call Rita's Beauty Shop 472-0964. Treat yourself.
Justin Holmes. Number 7, Joe Kress will kick off.
Joe Kress will kick this, and it's going to be a short kick, kind of bobbing off the leg of couldn't pick up the number in there, number 24, Personowski, as he didn't field that cleanly. But they're going to have the ball. It looks like it's on the 33-yard line.
Like ball bounced off the legs. He was able to pick it back up. Looked like Scott Wilson made the first contact on the play right there in order to bring him down. 33-yard line. Clock is going to be running now. It's about 8:35 remaining. And once again,
and the best part of all that, 19-7 advantage. So.
Right. And the defense has done a tremendous job, except for one series. So, we hope that'll continue here. There's some good pressure, and the receiver slipped, and the defender slipped, and it'll be incomplete.
Lewis's pass intended for 21, Rob Schaefer.
The ball was intended for Schaefer. He slipped down and kind of reached up to try to make the play, and Eric Kramer also had slipped down on the wet grass, or maybe he could have made an interception.
Number 14, Lewis, bringing the team to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Lewis will dropping. Gets it to Schaefer right here in front of us. And he's stopped there by Kramer and Weddle.
Number 21, Rob Schaefer. First down, Tigers.
First down at the 46-yard line.
46.
There's the seam right there. Earlier, there was number 7, Wells, making the catches there. He was injured and has not returned to the game. Now it's Schaefer in that same area of the field.
Lewis tucking it in, looking down, and it's intercepted again.
That's Shoemaker. Luke Shoemaker.
44, Luke Shoemaker intercepts the pass for the Seminoles.
I'll tell you can't say enough about the night that Luke has had. That interception, 3 touchdowns.
100 yards.
I'd say 150 yards probably for the game. Once again, I've said this before, and it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but the key is pressure on the quarterback. And I think it was Chad Yoho that time forced the quarterback out of the pocket and had a little bit of pressure on him. And if you let a quarterback stand, he's going to find receivers, but a high school kid's not going to find his receivers if he's forced to run.
Joe Kress will take this. It's 7:37. Luke Shoemaker with more yardage on the far side.
Luke Shoemaker, the ball carrier, tackled by 36, Frank Baker.
Well, obviously tonight the feeling has been that the inside running game was where the yardage could be gained, and tonight it was Luke's night. Some nights it'll go to Dustin Robinson outside. Tonight it's been Luke, and I don't have stats in front of me, but we're talking about probably 25, maybe getting near the 30 carry mark for Shoemaker, and
he has been busy.
Then we're talking probably a career high carries and maybe getting close, if not already, a career high in yardage for Shoemaker.
Dustin getting a call. Dustin trying to break it to the outside and just couldn't keep his foot. Holmes, I believe, on the stop.
Number 23,
Justin Holmes.
Well, you hope that since Shoemaker's gained so much yardage inside, that the defenders will go for that fake and Robinson will be able to get outside. We have seen that happen a couple times tonight. That time it just didn't happen. But it's still going to be a first down. So you didn't get a lot of yardage, but you were able to get the yardage that you needed. First down, run some more clock.
Yeah, the clock's on the Seminole side at this point in the ball game. Luke again with the ball. And he'll be upended.
Number 44, Luke Shoemaker on the carry.
Looks like the 23, 24 yard line. Zekas.
But again, I mentioned earlier, the Shadyside people, making a lot of noise and cheering the tackle, but 5-yard pickup right there. And I don't think you realize, that Luke is getting 5 yards every time he touches the ball. And looks like Monroe Central is going to call a timeout.
In the fourth quarter, Brook 30, Youngstown Rayan 6. Third quarter, Magnolia 13, St. Mary's 8. Fourth quarter, St. Clairsville 26, Union Local 6.
So a quick timeout there, Coach, as it's 6 minutes and 8 seconds, 19-7, and you can't say enough for the ground game, periodically anyway, during the game. I mean,
Right.
Shoemaker's had a great evening. Dustin's did some great running.
Right.
And
The passing game has not been a factor tonight. Only maybe 3 attempts all night and 1 completion. But, why pass when you're gaining yards on the ground? I think what we saw right there, Monroe Central did call a timeout, and everybody might say, well, why are they calling timeout? I think that's a case there where Coach was saying the same thing, and I think one of the players called timeout, and it's a case there. There's some of those linemen are probably just out of gas, and they felt like they needed a break. And so right now 6:08, and get a couple more first downs here, and hopefully having no timeouts will not be a factor. And it is, must point out, it's a very comfortable night now after the little excitement we had earlier to watch the game, but a little warm on the players.
Yeah. And muggy, it's not just the warmth so much. Luke Shoemaker on another nice carry as he picks up big yardage.
34, Luke Shoemaker on the carry, tackled by number 36.
I made a comment to you. I believe we were off camera at the end of the third quarter before the fourth quarter started, when the score was still 13-7, that conditioning becomes a factor in the fourth quarter of this type of game. That's something Coach Acosta always prides himself in, is being conditioned. The players hate running those sprints in August and all week, but I think the situation is this, that now you're down to the end of the game. The line is still blowing out the defensive line from Shadyside.
Dustin on some quick moves. He's still on his feet driving forward, and he'll pick up
Dustin Robinson on the carry.
some rough yardage over top of J.R. Young.
53, Mike Parker. And 23, Justin Holmes.
Not a lot of room there, but
36, Frank Baker.
Justin picked up a few short yardage. Looked like they're marking it at maybe 4 yards. Second and 6.
Looked like a gain of 4. The ball's on the 7-yard line. Your second down 6. You can get a first down, looks like about the 1-yard line, but probably the most important stat right now is the clock. You've just went inside 5 minutes, and the clock is running.
Shue again with the ball, still driving.
34, Will Weddle on the carry.
Well, maybe it was Weddle.
No, the announcer said Weddle, but it was Shoemaker. It was Shoemaker again.
36, Frank Baker, the initial tackler.
Luke getting his work out this evening.
Ball's down to about the 3-yard line. Now Shadyside will call a timeout.
Ball spotted on the 3-yard line.
Well, Coach, if there's anything about the ball game that would be surprising, to me anyway, is that the high-powered passing game of Shadyside has really not materialized. You've seen some spottiness of it. They've shown that they can pass the ball, but they haven't really been effective over a long enough period of time to be of any use to the team.
Right, take away the first drive of the second half, where with a no-huddle look, they went right down the field, less than 2 minutes, scored. But other than that, you've had a 5-yard gain here, 10-yard gain here, but then you get a couple incompletions, a sack, a big interception by Joe Kress, and things of that nature.
Luke Shoemaker.
Right, and then Luke Shoemaker's interception, we can't forget that. And now you're in control of the game. Shadyside spending a timeout here. They'll only have 1 left. It's very important from their standpoint to keep the Seminoles out of the end zone.
And as you can see on the far side, the crowd's hanging on. A nice crowd at Shadyside this evening. Been a nice evening. We're glad that the rain held off and the bad weather. I knew it would, though, Coach, because you predicted it. You said it would be nice. And
right, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure for a while there. You go back to last week's game. I know one thing that the coaching staff wanted to establish this week, obviously, was the ground game, which they have, because the offense really did not get on track until the second half last week. And, it's very important. Obviously, you can't win if you don't put points on the board. 19 points now. Hopefully it's going to become 25 or 26 here real soon. But the defense is the big thing. If you give up 7 points a night, you're going to win most weeks.
Again, Shoemaker.
Touchdown, Monroe Central.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of sitting around here, and by the way, Luke's in the end zone again.
Yeah, only 4 times.
No big deal.
426, 25-7, as Luke does it again. And
you mentioned, sorry to interrupt there, Dave, but you mentioned the crowd, and a very nice turnout tonight over on the Monroe Central side. And just to remind people, hey, next 2 weeks this team is home, and get out and watch the game,
and see them,
and
support them.
help things go. We'll be there, Friday night of next week against a new opponent.
Yeah, a Miller team that we'll talk about here in a second. Trying to drop the ball underneath is
Joe Cress's pass is incomplete.
Well, if there's one negative, I guess, on the night, and we can say this now, if the score is 25-7, is maybe our 2-point conversion game needs a little bit of work. 4 touchdowns and only one point of conversion. But it's nice to have the 4 touchdowns.
That's for sure. All scored by, I believe, 1 player. Is that not right?
Right. Luke Shoemaker, I believe, has all 4 touchdowns. A little bit of help from some other people, of course, to get there. We mentioned earlier the offensive line has really established itself tonight.
They've done a tremendous job. Next week, Coach, is, I guess we can talk about it now. With 4 minutes and 26 seconds, 25-7 lead, is a team called Miller. New to the schedule, new to the area.
Yeah, the question I've heard from different people is, where is Miller?
Yeah.
Well, the school is located in a town called Hemlock. It's, I believe it's in Perry County. It's about midway between Zanesville and Athens. It's going to be a pretty good trip for their people and their team to come up. But Coach Acosta is a little concerned because Miller did win their opener last week, and he basically knows nothing about this team. I'm sure we'll know a lot more before next week by talking to some other coaches. But Coach doesn't like to go into a game without having a pretty good idea of what he's up against.
Press will kick this off again. A low kick. Coming at the 30-yard line. Number 24 was the
24, Mike Personowski on
Personowski.
A lot of people in on that play there that are in on the special team. I see number 84, Cole Harrelson down there. I see number 40, Sam Scott. Both in on the tackle on the kickoff team. I see number 74, Denny Knowlton. And those are some names that we don't call a whole lot. Even though Denny Knowlton has played a little bit of offense tonight and been a key member of that offensive line, but you need to give those young men credit when they make a play on the special teams.
Dropping the ball off in the flat on the far side with some running room.
Brad Lewis's pass complete to 36, Frank Baker.
It'll be a first down. It'll be first down. Looked like Chad Yoho run the man down in the open field there. I'm sure Chad will have something to say about that next week of how he ran down Shadyside's back out in the open field.
3 minutes and 45 seconds. Lewis dropping, and he'll drop this one off underneath.
Brad Lewis's pass complete to number
Schaefer.
21, Rob Schaefer.
Yeah, completion to Schaefer, about a 9-yard pickup, just short of the first down. Well, I think we'll stop the clock here while the officials take a look at it. And it is second down. Well, we've got an instant here before the next play. I might mention the reserve team will be in action Monday night against Shadyside at home. So everybody come out and watch the reserve game.
Now there's play on Monday night. Ball tipped up in the air there. Luke Shoemaker getting a hand on it.
Who had a hand? Who had a hand on that, Dale?
Unknown.
So I didn't see that number. 44. Who is that man?
Three minutes and 29 seconds remaining. It's 3rd and 1. A lot of pressure on Lewis. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he'll drop it.
Lewis's pass is completed to number 3, Matt Lowe.
Matt Lowe, I believe, on the reception.
First down, Tigers.
With a first down for the Tigers.
Ball spotted at the 34 of the Seminoles.
Ball on the 34-yard line. Lewis taking the snap. Almost picked off.
One of the few times tonight Lewis has tried to go deep. Dustin Robinson, a good job there, not allowing the defensive man to get behind him, and a chance of interception, but didn't happen.
Interception on the night.
And Dustin did not get the interception on the play before, but made the play that time, and nice return. And they also just announced over the PA here that Luke Shoemaker has 209 yards rushing tonight. So I'd say a pretty fair night work by Luke.
We got in the middle and had to change tape there. I hope we didn't miss that entire interception by
as we thought coming in, as much passing as Shadyside would do would make for a long game. So I guess one tape, Shadyside's a two-tape team, I guess we could say, huh?
Dustin with the ball as he breaks it back across. Picks up good yardage.
Dustin Robinson on the carry.
Looks like he's up to the 40-yard line.
23, Justin Holmes, and 64, Mike Jarrett, the tacklers.
Second down and 2, they say.
We're down near 2 minutes remaining in the game. So
second down, 2.
Another first down, and probably Monroe Central will be able to run out the clock. And what has been just a super performance. You know, a little shaky there when it got to be 13-7 early in the third quarter, but the team has responded and has controlled the game for the most part since. And here's Luke again with a penalty flag down and a whistle stopping the play.
44, Shoemaker on the carry, flag on the play.
Procedure call, I believe, against the Seminoles.
Yeah, it's always important to come down here and get a win, or anytime you play Shadyside. Seems like over the years, in what was then Woodsfield and Shadyside, the winner of this game would go on to be a factor in the OVAC back when we were competing in the same division. And you know, it's always been a big stretch for Shadyside when they had Woodsfield the second week and Bellsville the third week. And you know, now they have to go to Bellsville.